Hello student, for this microcontroller subject lecture. Next we will study about the differences between microprocessor and microcontrollers. In last lecture we have studied about these different architecture based on memory. So Harvard architecture and von Neumann architecture we have studied, as well as based on the instructions they are classified into RISC and CISC, that is reduced instruction set computer, and uh, complex instruction set computer. So these are the different differences between the microprocessor and microcontroller. One by one we will study. First point, which related with the parameter data bus width. So by using microprocessor we can use 4-bit, 8-bit, 16, 32, 64 and 128 bits of data bus. Microcontroller we can use 8, 16 or 32 bits of data bus. Memory addressing capacity for microprocessor is up to the terabyte TB and can be virtual memory also. There are different modes of microprocessor, real time mode and virtual mode. So we can extend memory beyond its capacity also. Microcontroller has memory up to 4 MB and each has fixed RAM and ROM. Functions pins for microprocessor, number of multifunction pins less, but in microcontroller more number of multifunction pins are there. Interfacing, need external chip for interfacing of input output devices for microprocessor, but for microcontroller it has inbuilt ports for interfacing of input output devices. Architecture, so in microprocessor normally CISC, single data and address bus for data and code memory. So CISC architecture is used, but in microcontroller maybe CISC and RISC architecture is used. Peripherals, for microprocessor CPU is standalone, RAM, ROM, input output timers are separate and connected externally. But in case of microcontroller, CPU, RAM, ROM, input output and timers are integral part of single chip. They are available in single chip. Instruction set, for microprocessor it focus on processing intensive operations, that is instructions operate on nibbles, bytes, words or even double words. In case of microcontroller, instruction sets focus on control and bit level operations, instruction to set and clear individual bits and input output. Then access time for microprocessor is high, while as compared to microcontroller it is having less or low access time. Then next point related with history of microcontrollers. So microcontroller 8031, which was first microcontroller, it is having 0 byte of ROM, 128 byte of RAM. It has two timers, interrupt sources are 6, input output pins are 32. So this is the 8031 microcontroller. Then it invented 8051, then 8052, then 8951. All series are as shown in this table, and different features get added in different microcontrollers. So here we will study about 8051 microcontroller. Here you can see second one. It is having ROM of 4K, RAM 128 byte. It has two timers. Interrupt sources are 6 and total input output pins are 32 pins. So IC is having 40 pins. Out of that 32 pins are used for input output pins. Then after that invention, microcontroller now it reaches to different. Uh, this table gives the details about the microcontrollers from different manufacturers. Here Intel 8051, Atmel 89XX, Motorola AVR, Microchip PIC 18F, then MCS 96. So these are the different microcontrollers from different manufacturer. So first we will study about 8051 microcontroller from Intel, and second In last 4 units, we will study about the PIC microcontroller, that is 18F4550. So it is invented in year 1989. It is a 8-bit microcontroller. It having ROM. It has a ROM of 2 MB, RAM of 4 KB. It has a timers, 4 timers. So as we compare with microcontroller 8051, in that there are 2 timers, but in PIC microcontroller we are having 4 timers. Interrupt sources for 8051 we can generate up to 5, but here in PIC we can generate many interrupt sources. Then input output pin for this 8051 microcontroller are 32 out of 40, and here in PIC microcontroller we are having 33 input output pins out of 40. And here we are using the features like masking, ROM, CISC in 8051 microcontroller, as well as in PIC microcontroller we are having RISC architecture. We are using PWM, WD, AC, all these features which are advanced as compared to 8051. We can use these features in PIC microcontroller. The next point is related with the selection criteria of microcontrollers. So in selection criteria of microcontrollers, it gives the idea about the proper selection as per the application. So for third year student, they are going to complete the mini project in third year, and for that they required the proper selection of microcontroller when they are doing their project in embedded system using microcontroller. So as per the application, we have to check, we have to think about these parameters, these criteria, so that we can select the microcontroller as per the specific use, and it is the requirement. That means when we know the selection criteria, then it is very easy to select the specific microcontroller for different application. So first point is the meeting computing needs of task and hand efficiency and cost effectively. These parameters are selected. So first point is data handling capacity. That means whether we are using data in bits, nibble, byte, words, double word, quad words, etc. Depending upon that, we can select it. Then speed depends on clock. So general programming in different lab, we are not expecting the speed, but when it is used in different electronic systems, in that we expect the more speed. So as per application we can select the speed of microcontroller. Then amount of RAM, ROM, EPROM, flash memory, static RAM. The number of input output pins, timers, all SFRs. SFR means special function registers. So number of input pins, these are important. When we are having more number of interfacing, then we can select the microcontroller which has more number of input output pins. Then power consumption, it is based on the modes. Packaging, 40 pin DIP, that is dual inline package. QFP, then other important space, assembly, prototyping and end product. Then added features like ADC, DAC, CCP, bus support like CAN, SPI, I2C, USB. So these are the added features. They are available externally, but some microcontrollers are having inbuilt features. Then watchdog timer, timer modes, data, EEPROM, etc. Also it having easy to upgrade feature, higher performance or low power operation, selection criteria for microcontroller. So these are the different selection criteria based on need of task, handling efficiency and cost. In second category, we will think about the selection of microcontroller based on availability of software and hardware development tools. So which assembler we are using, it depends upon the it is related with the microcontroller. Then compiler, code efficient C language, debuggers, emulators, technical support. So in our subject for practical we are using the Keel Microvision software. So it is having inbuilt assembler, compiler, debugger, emulator. All support is available with that Kill Microvision software. And for simulation, we can use Proteus software. Third category is it is related with wide availability and reliable sources of microcontrollers. So it has different points we have to think for selection of microcontroller. First one is more important than previous two. It is more important, and it has since most diversified suppliers are available to sell same product. So we have to select the proper manufacturer as per our requirement. Different manufacturers like Intel, Atmel, Infineon, Philips, Dallas, and Microchip Technology have massive dedicated resources for supply, and all the products are stable, matured, and single sourced. Power source used for this microcontroller is single. So these are the different selection criteria which can be used for proper selection of microcontroller. So for today's session, we will stop here. Thank you.